A gracious welcome to our Lord Jesus, the magnificent God, the first missionary of the world. His mandate to us is to go forth to the whole world and proclaim the good news. We are assembled here in His name. To belong to Jesus is to embrace the nations with Him. We welcome our Lord in our midst. I am indeed very happy to welcome Sister Fatima Kattar, our provincial link person for the commission, an efficient leader, a sharp visionary, and a great missionary, come to us as a light piercing into the dark with a prophetic courage and prophetic voice to lead us and guide us. A very hearty welcome, dear Sister Fatima. I am delighted to welcome our dear Sister Pushpa Cruz, a vibrant missionary of Latin America, is present in our midst to share her challenging and rich experiences. Pushpa is a maths teacher. Since 25 years, she is a missionary in Latin America. She is highly talented, creative in all the ways, and resilient. She is a happy person. She works with the youth in the pastoral work. She gives many awareness programs in radio, TV, and online talks to students and people in general. She works in social work center doing counseling. Her charism is working for the youth and working with women. A very hearty welcome, dear Sister Pushpa. I am pleased to welcome our dear Sister Gracie Sundar, the General Counselor in our midst. Sister Gracie Sundar is the coordinator for Mission Ad Extra for the congregation. A very hearty welcome, dear sister. A warm, hearty welcome to our border crosses, the new shoots, participating in this meeting from Tanzania, Kenya, Pune, Amravati, and Madurai provinces. We welcome Sister Kulandai Teres from Latin America who joins our meeting. A very hearty welcome to our active and vibrant commission members, Sister Antin Mary, our coordinator of the commission, Sister Mesmin, Sister Hilaria, our commission members. Thank you.
When Sister Josephine Alex started presenting, Fatima is my novice mistress, Josephine Alex is my assistant novice mistress. Okay, so many memories and living together with many of you. Some of you, I think I have lived together. Thank you, Sister Gracie, for this. I don't know who organized. I know Antin has invited me, Fatima has invited me, but I didn't expect to see some of you like this from other provinces and all that. So congratulations for all of you who has taken the initiative and showing this interest, And today is a day which we have a lot of meaning for this mission of Peru or Latin America because of Lima Rose, when 1995, before that, in 89, when I was asked to come to Peru, we were three of us supposed to come to Peru. Sister Rina, now she's in Angamali province, Sister Molly, and myself. And for situations of life, I was not able to leave India. So in my place, Lima Rose came. And I think today I must thank her because last time when I was in India, I was with her in her last days in bed. One thing I asked her was, take me back to Peru. When you go up there, see that you take me back to Peru. That was in 2017, okay? And I think she accomplished that mission with me. So I'm very much thanking the Lord for that soul of Lima Rose who is still accompanying us. Okay. I wanted to share with you because our life in Peru, when we come here, most of the times we are left alone or in two or three. More than that, it is very difficult to have a community. So before that, I just want to give you some little gist of how my missionary vocation had come. You see, this picture is my family, my father, mother, brother, only brother. We are 6 girls. My elder sister was a nun who passed away in 2017, and other sisters. So I come from a big family, okay? When I was in Tuticorin with all these sisters, you see the number of sisters we have now in the community. And I was mostly in Tuticorin and in Nagarkoil as a student. So my life in India, the missionary life has started even from home. No, I'm not a person who started the spirit of missionary. From home, I wished to be a missionary, looked for a congregation which is international, where I will be able to go to a place where not attached to my own family, but to be out in the mission land. That was my dream when I joined also. And Tuticorin community, I was there. As Sir Josephine said, I was teaching maths there. I had the world of students. Many of them still continue to be in contact. I was in my one stage of my life, I was in habit. Why I say God has a plan. Today I'm in pants and shirts. Different things we are learning. My name has a lot of meaning. Among the 7 children, I'm the only one took the name of my father. Many think Cruz is my house name. It's my father's name, Pushpa John Cruz. When I came here, our congregation is known as Hermanas de la Cruz. And in Latin America, especially in these Antin countries, cross is a very, very meaningful symbol. And you see the cross in Latin or in Spanish, they say cruz. So many of them make a mistake with me. I am Pushpa John Cruz because I belong to the congregation Hermanas de la Cruz. But with a lot of pride, I say, from the womb of my mother, I was destined to come to Latin America. So God had a plan with me that I end up in Latin America. This is the first photo I had in Macusani. The cradle of my mission in Latin America is Macusani. You see, when I was in Tuticorin, of course, my mission dream was Africa in the novitiate as a junior and all that. But when I started working in Macusani, okay, that is 89, after my final profession, when Fatima used to come to India, she used to visit our community in Tuticorin. She used to speak a lot about Macusani. So for my mind was not Peru, not Latin America. My mind was Macusani. So as I told you all, in 89, I was asked to come, but then I could not due to my health reasons. Then I did my B.Ed. I was teaching in Tuticorin. Finally, after 5 years of teaching, in 95, Sister Lucian asked me if I am willing to go to Peru again. I have no time to think. I just said yes. You see, in 89, when I was not able to come, I made a promise to the Lord. I said, again, it is not my will, it's your will. When you are ready, you find that I'm ready, you take me. So that way, 95 came, and then I was asked to come to Peru. You have no idea the joy I had to fulfill my dream of going to Macusani, okay? That was my whole world, Macusani. So I came there, and I remember Fatima was a community member that time, along with Sister Shanti. They too were a very, very experienced missionaries. Let's say 5 years or 6 years they had. And I think that was the best experience I had. If you ask Fatima, she will tell. I used to cry. And I used to say, I couldn't talk Spanish. Okay. So why I say cradle of my mission in Latin America, I was like a baby. Baby, when I say cannot talk, cannot communicate. All what I do is smiling innocently, whatever joke they say. My world was children. I used to go out with children, walk with them. They used to fool me like anything since I do not know the language. And Fatima was a person who never allowed me to say a word in another language. We had two girls with us, two Peruvian girls with us. So it was important that, like candidates they were. So it was very important that we talk in Spanish. And I remember those times it was difficult. I was not, what to say, it was a kind of period of learning the language well. No, that was the thing. And he was a bishop. When I reached, he was a bishop. This is one place nearer to Makusani, on the way to another place, another mission, where he took me first time. I'm traveling with him in that place. You see the behind that snow-capped mountains. That's a special of Makusani. And I'm blessed because still I'm able to work in those places. No, this is in front of Mother Claudine's house. Why I put this photo? Father Bernardo, one who is behind there, bending with the blue jeans and that white shirt, he is our parish priest that time. I think for our sisters who reached first also. He taught me many things. When there was an experience of boys and girls, as Josephina said, I was working with youth. They started criticizing me certain ways because, you know, we go from India and we are very strict with our discipline and our behavior in the church and all that. So I started taking them out of the church when they were not behaving well. So one day they criticized or gave me some bad words, you know. So I was so much upset with that. And the Father Bernardo, who was a parish priest, he told me, Pushpa, which tree we throw stones? Where there are fruits, that tree will be stoned more. You started giving fruits, that's why you are getting stones. I will never forget that encounter with him and the words what he used to me. Like that many times, you know, he was a one who put me into the mission life. When I reached, I had a difficulty with the breathing problem because of the lack of oxygen. You know, the height is 4,400 meters height. So he told me, I was in bed for 10 days, I think, more than 10 days. So he told me one thing, Pushpa, if you are in bed for longer time, you will be remaining in Peru more time, no? I mean, more time in bed, more years you will be living in the mission. And it's very true. Okay, I have the joy of telling that 19 years in Peru, but in this 19 years, 1 year in Lima, and the rest I am in the heights. Where I am now, it is 3,800 meters height. The father who is next to that is our parish priest in Santa Rosa. Our first parish priest is there, and another priest also. All are French people. Now nobody is here. No, Bernardo, rest in peace. Other two are in France. I'm not very sure about Marcia. Stamoli is by the side of me. She is my companion in the novitiate. This is one scene to tell you, we do enjoy life because we enjoy the mission. We enjoy the everyday's living with all its, good and bad experiences. I prefer to share about Juliaca because I have lived in Makusani, I have lived in Santa Rosa, I lived in Colombia 5 years. And all these years, as long as I was in Makusani, I was pastoral work. No, I was in the pastoral work, accompanying teachers, replacing Fatima when she left, religion teachers, and then with the youth. My life was with the youth, anything with the youth. That was my experience. Children, of course, but my formation part is with the youth. So when I went to Colombia, I took up teaching because the need of the community is many times we have to look for self-sustainment. So self-sustained means the community has to be self-supported. So we look for a job which is paid. So in Colombia, I started teaching. 5 years I was there. Then I was brought back to Santa Rosa. In Santa Rosa also, I continued teaching. For us, teaching here is, we can teach English, we can teach religion. I can also teach maths, but I didn't take up maths here because it's a terminology is very difficult here. I didn't want to get into that. And also I had it very much in my mind. I didn't come to continue the job which I was doing in India. Here, one point I'll tell you, missionaries, we need to be creative. In our mission, in our life here, we need to be creative. I still remember one day when Fatima told me, don't think of the flesh pots of Egypt. That means crying over the past, what we had been doing. I was in Tuticorin Anglo-Indian High Secondary School teaching children, 60 children in a classroom, and very much appreciated, loved and cared. But then I left everything and came, and then like Israelites, when they walked, they remembered the past. So she used to tell me that, but it was not like that. I have, of course, it pains us when we are not able to do anything. That was a period we will go through because we have a spirit of being a missionary. And then when I returned, I was teaching. Teaching is, we used to get post in the government schools because of the recommendation letter we have from the diocese. And it was not easy. We have to be in line with other teachers, waiting for a post to get, write an exam and pass. All that was there lately. And then we have gone through all that. Many of our teachers, I mean, like Therese, Lissy, myself, we all have gone through that experience of teaching in government schools. But it was a really, really a good experience. If you remember Sister Jessie Kotar used to tell me, she used to tell the sisters that Pushpa was, Tamilla Cholatam, Rani Mari Vandanga, Inga Pari Epri Irkan. No, we have been like a queen in India, but here how much we struggle to get a teaching job. Okay, that was one experience I had in the teaching. With all our certificates, when we enter the office of the Ministry of Education, they will pass our certificates to table because our certificates are in Tamil and English. My certificate was in Tamil and English. So they do not understand anything. So they pass through one table to other. But by God's grace, I always had a job to work with. Then now, lately, I came to Huliaka in 2009. 2009, I was in Huliaka. You know that we have closed the house in Makusani. All those details I'm not going into. It was a very painful experience in our process of mission life. Of course, Fatima has witnessed that pain. Due to the church realities here, we had to close down. But then we were welcomed here in Huliaka. Huliaka is a place of 3,800 meters height. Climate is more or less like Makusani, but not that much. But still, it's cold. Now, for example, now it is -1. All these days were -7, -8. But this month it has started as -1. So it is cold. But I tell you, some will think, in this cold, how to live? Anyway, Jacinta will explain to you that part of it before she could come, how she felt after her coming. In Tuticorin, I went. In Kuliaka, we have a residence of students. It's called Isabel Choke. It's a project done by a priest along with an association. So we were welcomed here to work with this. Before this, we were living in a parish house, nearer to the parish house, a simple house with Sisters Lissy and Fatima started there, and then I joined with them. We were 3 years there, then we came to this house. Here we have a residence for children, students of university or institutes. They are all above 18 years old. Now, because Jessie is my companion in Kuliakan this year, but due to pandemic situation, she is not able to join with me. But I have 4 or 5 girls, students, they have online classes. So my life and my community living and everything is with them mostly this part of the time. I took these slides to explain to you a little bit of our mission in the Antin place in Peru. Okay, in Peru is 3 forest area, coastal area, and the mountain area. Where we are is in the mountain area where I am. So in year 2019, I was with Greta and Jacinta. After Greta was a superior, Mira, this is the house we have in Makusani. In Makusani, what you see is the snow and the children's house. This mission we continue to do, but because of the pandemic situation, we don't have anybody there now. Only one girl is taking care of the house. all the children are in their own houses and they're having classes online on radio, because they don't have the facility to get connections of internet. So they are sent homeworks and they do it in their houses and sending back now in this situation. So this is Makusani. Anyway, the house photo I don't have. This is the children's house where we started our mission in 1989-90. This is their place where they work. And Jacinta, when she was here last year, she was collaborating with the children's house along with Greta. So we have there is a kind of farm, like, and this lady who is in charge of it, she is a veterinary, learned something on the animals, so she take care of that also. And the children, we have gardens, kitchen garden, children playing, all that little bit of so that you will have some idea of the children of that side, how we are accompanying these children. They have workshops of knitting and switching and all that. I don't directly participate in that, but my community take part in this. But this year we had a lot of plan to collaborate there. They also have their recreation part, their prayer, they have workshops, seminars. The house is called Mosukuruna. This is a place, more or less a place of ours is like this, mountains and rivers and all this. They also have a lot of programs, and this is Jacinta with her children, and we participate in the programs because it is also belongs to an association where we have a radio and TV. We are not in charge, but the association, and we belong to that. Actually, this children's work started in the time of Sister Fatima, and after that, it was taken up like an boarding school for the children from the villages who come and stay there to study. And only holidays they go home. Most of them, they don't have parents. Some may have a father alone, or some may have some uncles and aunties or godparents. They celebrate their birthdays. These are the high school children, okay? High school children. These are the primary children who all have in our house now. This time these are the children to whom we are accompanying. This is Greta's birthday. This is Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa is a place also we have closed down there, where Teresa had been years there and I had been, Shiny, all the sisters we have worked there. But children are of Makusani, okay? They participate in different courses, talks, picnics. They come together very often in their ways. What you see is the potatoes, okay? You remember Mother Claudine used to eat potatoes and soup. So we have very much of that here. So very often we can identify with our Mother Claudine in our food items also. It's Jacinta. We have these are the areas we have little bit of warm climate. So once in a way we can go down to the forest areas. This is some feast in Kuliaka, in a school where Jacinta was teaching. It was a primary school where children from the villages, they come to learn. And it's school run by a Swiss lady. So Jacinta was teaching English there last year. This is, we make some, vacation camp, like camp, but it is only a meeting of 1 day's living together. So we had, and Jacinta also was doing the reflexotherapy here. We have conference of religious. We come together for that. Some of the religious and all. If you see one who is sitting there with the black and black this side, he is the bishop. He is the bishop of the place. Here the relationship with the bishops are very, very close. We can just be with them in the same level. There is no hierarchy as such when we in the Andean countries. Okay, this is when I went to the area here. You to have a kind of geography here. It's mostly it is like this. Okay, in my mission, I give workshops and talks for the people, adults, children, youth, teachers. Even in the hospital, this was in a hospital when they called me to talk on, and mainly on themes of personal, like emotions, psychological level, and development level, personal development, and the spirituality. This is a team where I work with. I'm working in a team, integral attention. That is, there is a doctor, there is a psychologist, there is a coach, there is an assistant social worker, and I am actually taking charge of the therapeutic listening, we call it. This is one celebration we had. And then what I call it is therapeutic listening. Is people come, they take appointments and they come, and then I used to attend them. This I started from 2015. Meanwhile, I had left the school work and joined with the Language Institute of the university where I was teaching English. It's a question of 3 hours teaching and I get a salary. So what I did, rest of the time I was occupying in the prison ministry where I do the same thing, therapeutic listening. And in this center, I was doing the therapeutic listening. This is when I went to a place where to give a vocation promotion and then gave a workshop for the girls there. I visiting schools and promoting vocations. This is also part of our mission here, taking care of our congregation and our mission. So I visit schools and give talks. This is the way we get them around us, and always see that children here are very difficult to have a moment of concentration. So I try to always start the workshop with the moments of meditation and therapies of respiration and all that. This, when we had an encounter in a meeting, big meeting of the youth, we had nearly 50 girls coming around in our house and we had a meeting with them. So this was that part of that activities with them. They need a lot of activity. The youth here, they are not of quiet people. They need a lot of activities. We have to be very creative when we conduct something for them. We also participate in the parish with the catechism and different things. And we also are very active in all the activities of the parish, the school. Wherever we are working, we have to be active. And this is with my youth here, the residents, we had an outing. This is with the people of village. When we go for a celebration to a place, usually we are one among them. You can see me in the midst of this. All these are village people. This is in our community. We have lay associates. So they are also collaborate with us, especially to live the charism of our mother founders. I belong to a group of people who are working in this listening therapy. So this is a group where I accompany them through the therapies. So once in a way we come together. This is in Makusani, a girl who worked with us all these years. She had been with us and now she has left. From the time of Fatima, she was in the group of children and from there she came up. Now she's married and she's having children. This is some of our sisters. You know that Asha, she's in Lima in Ancon. She was our superior. So when she was our superior, she came to visit us in Juliaca, and from there we went to Makusani. These are children of the one who's with the red sweater or red jacket. She is the one who is taking care of her house now. All these two are, by the side of me, both of them are ex-students of our house and they are working with us. This is in our chapel. Okay, just to finish there. This is just to share with you the mission what we had. Now, if I tell you as a missionary, the great thing what I learned is God leads you where He really wants. However you want also. However, you may fight against everything and you want to do something, but God knows what is the best for you and He takes you there. And if you become a missionary, I tell you, life is really full of energy, full of life. You get a kind of satisfaction of being a missionary, being a religious, being a consecrated, that you can carry on. Now, these years, my experience is this. Many of you know that I had come to India in 2017 because my sister was sick and I was there. I went through a difficult time to get back to my mission land. But you see, God really wanted it. And today I'm here online, all my work is online. When March, when it started the lockdown, I said, what am I going to do now? All alone in the community. There is no sister with whom I can share. But if I show you my diary, my agenda, it is full. I said, God is really showering me upon with graces to reach out to people. I was just told Fatima and Therese, tonight I have a talk to a village which is far from Makusani, that side. through the radio, they are going to transmit a talk which is given to the parents of that school. So I said, you see, even though you feel it is too much, but God says, still you can do. There is much more to do. One thing I can tell you is when you come to mission, just forget about what you had been doing in India. It is a process of unlearning and learning. No? Unlearning and learning. If I come with my nature, my tradition, my culture, my thing, I will suffer. Even if you're a teacher, you come here, you have to change completely. Your outlook you have to change completely because the thing here is very different. Now our spirituality, we have a rich spirituality, isn't it? But when we come here, it will become much richer because we are interchanging our cultures and our traditions, our spirituality. We don't lose it. No, I always said I'm very proud to be born in India, brought up in India, became a religious in India, and I came to work here because the base, the foundation is very important, and that I think we have that blessing that we got to know. So I think that is the best thing I can share with you. When we call somebody for vocation, no, we say all the good things to them. You become a sister, everything is fine, and we know what is inside, isn't it? So just like that, the missionary life, as I showed you the first photos, I came from a family, big family. I was in communities, big communities, Nagarkoil and Tuticorin. Can you imagine? Came from there to here, always we had been in 2, 3 or 1. Okay, so then the spirit to become a missionary, to live in the mission, allows us and gives us the strength to go through all these what happens. So I wanted to thank you. I don't know what I spoke. I hope it is helpful to you. But I'm so happy to see many of you with this. I'm telling you, don't look at anyone to come to the mission. I didn't look at Fatima to come to the mission. I came to the mission because a childhood dream of me, and I knew Lord is leading me. Once I was in Tuticorin school, one of my companion, she's no more there, but she's a very nice person, Sally Joseph. She told me, Pushpa, come out with me to do the social work. I said, no, my dream is to become a missionary, and I will keep on dreaming on that. I will do whatever is given to me now. Sister Berkmans, when she told me to go to the +2 learning, I said, I don't want to study. I want to go to the mission. She said, no, going to the mission also you need to study. When I was asked to study BSc in college, I said, I want to be a missionary. I don't want to go to the schools. They said, no, you need a degree. Okay. Then finally I had to be stand on one leg and say, I wish to be a missionary. But then God did not allow me that in 89. God had his own time, and then he brought me in 95. Today, in front of the Lord, when I sit, I say, with all the humility, I'll tell him, thank you for making me walk through all these years. Today, I'm able to tell you, thank you. No? And I think it's a real rich experience. I motivate all of you, come, trusting in the Lord and with a good spirit to be missionary. Thank you. I think I have to stop now.
Thank you, dear sister Pushpa John Cruz. It was wonderful to listen to you. Indeed, our desire for mission has increased after listening to you. Looking forward to more meetings of similar type, we shall end today's session with a vote of thanks.
Good evening, sisters. At the outset,
Good evening.
I wish to thank God for giving us this time of being together and to imbibe the missionary zeal from one another. I do thank Sister Elizabeth Miranda for taking time to be with us, and my special thanks to Sister Gracie Sundar for showing great enthusiasm in joining this program. As a commission, we extend our special thanks to Sister Fatima Kata, our provincial and our commission leading person, for her deep commitment towards Mission Ad Extra. On behalf of the commission, I wish to thank Sister Pushpa John Cruz for her elaborate and highly motivating sharing of her missionary life. My thanks to Sister Antin, coordinator of the commission, Sister Josephine Alex, who welcomed everyone, and Sister Mesmin, who is a vibrant member of our commission. I do thank all the enthusiastic, young and energetic sisters who from across the various provinces and the communities took part in this missionary session. Thank you, one and all.